So we will continue. So ang huling natapos natin is sample problem number 2. Gusto niyo ba ulitin ko yung sample problem 1 and 2 before we go to sample problem number 3? Maliwanag na ba sa inyo yung problem? Kung paano isinolve siya? Last? Uulitin ba natin yung 1 and 2
Ulitin
o
daw
hindi?
po, ma'am. Ulitin daw po. Ulitin daw.
Sige, ulitin natin. Pag hindi naintindihan, mag-raise agad ng hand para okay, let me share my window. Asan ba yung aking sulatan? Sandali lang yung aking sulatan. Hindi pa pala nakakabit. Okay. So, visible na ba siya? Naku nga.
Opo, ma'am. Visible na po.
Okay, salamat. Now, Secretary, pwede po ba pag may nag-participate, makisuyo na po uli na i-jot down mo kung sino yung nag-participate para meron silang points para sa participation and kindly include your name also. Salamat. So for sample problem number 1, sabi niya, calculate the force of attraction between the lone electron and a proton in a hydrogen atom. So the average distance between them is 5 times 10 to the negative 11 meter. So sabi niya, calculating daw natin yung force of attraction, and the force of attraction is the electric force. No? Between the lone electron and proton, alam naman natin si hydrogen ay mayroong isang electron at may isang proton. So kukunin natin yung electric force nitong particle natin. So sabi, isang electron, si electron ay negatively charged. si proton ay positively charged, tapos may distance sila na 5.0 times 10 to the negative 11 meter. Okay. Baguhin ko yung aking. Okay. So, ang una natin is the electron. Let us say that this is Q sub 1. At yung ating proton is Q sub 2. Charge number 2. Okay. So, from the previous slides, alam natin na ang charge ng electron at proton ay iisa lang, nagkaiba lang sa sign, and that is 1.6 times 10 to the negative ilan? 19 coulomb. Okay? So, hinahanap force of attraction. Yung ating distance, okay naman, safe, naka-meter. So, dapat naka-meter at Newton coulomb yung ating mga units, no? So, we have here the formula of F. Pero F is equals to constant Q sub 1, Q sub 2. Okay, 1, 2, divided by R squared. Okay. So, hanapin daw natin ang force of attraction between these two. So, pwede natin kunin yung force of attraction or the electric force ni Q sub 1 towards or with respect to Q sub 2. Since ang kanilang mga charges ay opposite, isang negative, isang positive, therefore, ma-attract si electron kay proton. Papunta doon yung kanyang electric force. And we call that force 1, 2. Tapos si proton, dahil positive siya, si electron ay negative na nasa tabi niya, ma-attract siya kay Q sub 1. So therefore, yung kanyang electric force ay towards the left side, kung saan nandun si electron, and we call this electric force 2 sub 1. Okay. So we're calculating the electric force of 1, 2. So this is equal to K is what? 9 times 10 to the 9 Newton meter squared per coulomb squared. Multiplied to the charge of electron, which is 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. Pareho naman sila ng value ni Q sub 1 tsaka ni Q sub 2, di ba? So, po pwedeng gawin natin sa formula is Q squared over R squared. And that will be F12. So, po pwede ko rin ito squared divided by the distance between these two, which is 5.0 times 10 to the negative 11 meter. And this is being squared. Kasi sabi dun squared. Ito, sabi dito squared. So, therefore, F12 is equal to what?
9.2 po.
Yes? Miss Verdon?
9.2 po. Times 10.
9.2. 9.2. Tapos meron pa kasunod?
Times 10 raised to negative 8 po.
9.2 times 10 to the negative 8. And the unit is?
N po.
Newton. Okay, correct. So, pareho lang naman ang value ni Q sub 1 at Q sub 2, di ba? Tapos sa kanilang distance is the same rin kung titingnan mo to pag kinuha mo yung F21. So, ibig sabihin lang, yung value ni electric force ni F12 is the same as the electric force of 21. O, nagkakaiba lang sa direction. Si F12 ay may value na 9.2 times 10 to the negative 8 Newton. Pero saan ang direction niya? Towards where?
Right po.
Tama, towards right. Okay, since they are along the same axis, nasa x-axis sila. Samantalang si F21 is
Left
also
po.
9.2 times 10 to the negative 8 Newton, and that is towards?
Left po.
Left po.
Tama, left. Okay. Same value but different direction. Yes, sino po nagtaas ng kamay? May tanong po ba?
Tristan
Yes,
po.
Mr. Altar.
Yes, ano po, may tanong lang po. Paano po ulit nakuha po yung 1.6 times 10 raised to negative 19 po?
Ay, given yun, anak. Yung sa mga nauna nating slide, the charge of electron and proton is 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19. O, balikan ko yung PowerPoint na yun. Ano? Yung
Okay
slide
po,
na
ma'am.
yun.
Thank you po.
Sige, sandali. Ito ay iho. This one.
Okay po, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you
Lagi
po.
nyo tatandaan yan. Basta proton and electron, yun ang kanyang value ng charge. Yes po, sino nagtaas ng kamay? Yes, Mr. Fontarong.
Ma'am, ask din po. Nagtataka rin po ako paano po nakuha yung 9,
9 times 10 to the 9?
Opo.
That is a constant
Given,
value of...
constant din po ba yan?
Ha?
Constant po?
Yes po.
Okay po. Tama pala yung ano ko.
Oo. Yes, Mr. Dexter. Ayun na pala yun. Ikaw pala yun. Sino pa yung
Thank you
isang
po.
magtaas? Okay, wala na? Okay, wala na. So constant yung K na yon, and the constant value is 9 times 10 to the 9. No? So we will proceed with problem number 2. So ito naman, 2-point charges daw na isang 2.5. So definitely this is not electron and proton kasi iba yung kanilang charge. No? Charge values. This one is 2.5 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb, and the other one is negative 3 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb. And they are 10 centimeter apart in air. Yung huling ginawa natin, along, along x-axis, di ba, no? Try natin gawin na along y-axis. Sabi, yung Q sub 1 natin, syempre yung unang binanggit na value, that will be Q sub 1. Si Q sub 1 ay positive, and the value is 2.5 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb. At si Q sub 2 ay negative daw, and the value is 3.0 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb. Tapos yung distance nila is, sabi, 10 centimeter. Kaya lang, naka-centimeter siya. So, i-convert natin into meter divided by 100. This will be 0.10 meter. So, tinatanong, calculate daw the magnitude and direction of the force on each charge. So, alamin natin yung direction at force value ng bawat charge. So, pwede natin kunin muna. Ito si Q sub 1. Saan ang direction ng electric force niya with regards to Q sub 2? Saan
South po?
Saan?
South po.
Yes po, pa-south siya, pababa. Okay. So, ito yun. And this is electric force of 1 towards 2. O, saan naman napapunta yung electric force ni Q sub 2 with regards to its Q sub 1? Saan po?
Upward.
Yes po, upward pa north. O, ito yun. So, ang pangalan niya, F, mauna si 2, tapos 1. Ibig sabihin natin, ito yung electric force ni Q sub 2 towards Q sub 1. Okay. So, alam na natin ang direction. Alamin natin ang value nila. So, alam natin ang F is equals to the constant times Q sub 1, Q sub 2, divided by the distance squared. So sabihin natin, ang kinukuha natin na electric force ni 1 and 2, o parang number 1 lang yan, since nasa along the same axis sila. Therefore, yung force ni electric force ni F12 is also the electric force ni 21. Magkaiba lang ang direction. So therefore, we have here 9 times 10 to the 9 Newton meter squared per coulomb squared. This is the unit of that constant times Q sub 1, which is 2.5 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb times Q sub 2, which is 3.0 times 10 to the negative 10 coulomb Now, take note, hindi ko sinasama sa ating equation yung sign niya na nakalagay dito. No, hindi natin sinasama yon. So, we have here the distance of 0.10 meter, and that is being squared. So, F12 is what?
6.8.
Ano po?
6.8 times 10 raised to negative 17.
Okay, 6.8 times 10 to the negative
17 po.
17, tama ba?
Negative 8 lang po.
Negative 8.
8 po pala, 8.
8. Okay, negative 8. And that is in Newton. O, saan ang direction ni F12? Lagi tayo may direction, ano? Saan papunta? Towards?
Right po.
Right.
Ano right kayo dyan?
South po.
Towards south.
Ay, mali, baliktad.
Or towards
Downward.
negative y-axis. Na, si F21 is also have the same magnitude but different direction. This is towards where?
North.
North. Akala ko sasabihin na naman left or
Positive
towards
Positive.
positive what?
y-axis.
Y-axis. Okay, yun ang basihan natin. Sample number 3 na tayo. Yay! Sabi dito, may tatlo tayong point charges. Si Q sub 1, Q sub 2, and Q sub 3 as shown in the figure. Yun. So, si Q sub 1, ito si Q sub 2, at ito si Q sub 3. From the given, ang sabi niya si Q sub 1 ay positive, si Q sub 2 ay positive din, si Q sub 3 ay negative. Yan, may negative na. So, ang value ni Q sub 1 ay 1.5 microcoulomb. Si Q sub 2 ay 2.5 microcoulomb. Si Q sub 3 ay 2.0 microcoulomb. Ayan. Tapos sabi niya, ang angle theta ay 30 degrees. So, ito yung theta, ito yung 30 degrees. Kung ito ay 30 degrees, ilan to? Ilan yon?
60 po.
Tama, 60. Okay, kasi baka mamaya kailanganin natin yun, para hindi kayo nalilito. Tapos sabi niya, ang distance daw between the particle 1 and 2 is equal to 10 cm. O, naka-centimeter siya. Gagawin nating meter. Ano magiging value?
0.1.
0.1. I-divide lang natin sa 100. At ang distance 1, 3 ay 15 cm din. So, ano mangyayari?
Convert sa meter.
Anong value niya sa meters?
0.15 po.
0.15 meters. Okay. Yan na. Meron na tayo mga kailangan nating information. So, pwede nating i-identify na ngayon saan ang direction ng electric force niya. So, sabi ng letter A, ang tanong, saan daw, ano daw yung force between Q1 and Q3? Between Q1 and Q3. So, yung electric force between Q1 and Q3, magmula sa Q1, attracted siya kay Q3. So, ang kanyang electric force ay papunta dito. Nasa ang area siya? Quadrant 1. No? Ito yung F13 natin. Nasa quadrant 1 siya. So, in this case, pwede na natin kunin ang kanyang electric force, and this is 1,3, which is equal to K Q1 Q3 divided by D 1,3, and that is being squared. So F13 is equal to 9 times 10 to the 9 Newton meter squared per coulomb squared times 1.5 microcoulomb, that is times 10 to the negative 6, and 2.0 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb. Divided by the distance between these two, we have here 0.15 meter, and that is being squared. Cancel natin ang meter squared, ang coulomb squared, matitira ay Newton. So F13 is what?
Ma'am, 1.2 po ba, ma'am?
Ha?
1.2.
1.2. Okay. So we have here 1.2. What is the unit?
Newton.
Newton po, ma'am.
Newton. Okay, so mayroon tayong 1.2. So F13 natin 1.2. On susunod na tanong, this is for letter A, ha? And this is our ano. O kaya lang, wala pa tayong theta kasi wala naman direction pang kailangan natin. Ang kailangan natin yung dun sa may letter B. Okay? O pwede sabihin mo ang location na to is located at quadrant 1. No, nasa quadrant 1 yung ating F13. Tama ba? O pwede rin pala, may angle naman pala siya. At 60 degrees north of east. Yung location ng ating F13. Okay? So, paano yung sa letter B? Isabi, the resultant force of Q sub 1. O hinahanap ang resultant force si Q sub 1. Ang meron tayong value is F13. Paano natin makukuha yung resultant force? Kailangan makuha muna natin ang reaction or electric force na Q sub 1 with regards to its Q sub 2 na kapitbahay niya. Okay, since pareho sila ng sign, magre-repel yung electric force ni Q sub 1. So, papunta siya dito sa negative x-axis. And that will be your F12. Okay, so we need to calculate for the F12. So, ito na yun, F12. Ano yung F13 natin? 1.2 Newton, tama ba?
Opo.
Opo, ma'am.
1.2, yes. So, kunin natin si F12. We have here the formula F12 is equals to KQ sub 1, Q sub 2 divided by D12 squared is equal to 9 times 10 to the 9 Newton meter squared per coulomb squared times, ano uli si Q sub 1 at Q sub 2? Si 1.5 at saka 2.5 times 1.5 times 10 to the negative 6. Ay, negative 10 pala, no? Ay, microcoulomb ba nakalagay? Tama, negative 6 nga. Coulomb times 2.5 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb divided by 0.10 meter squared. And what is the value of our F12?
.4 po.
3.4. Okay, so we have here 3.4 Newton. And that is towards left pala, towards left. Okay, so this is equal to 3.4. Now, we are asked to determine the resultant force of Q sub 1. So, para makuha natin resultant force of Q sub 1, kailangan nating makuha muna yung component ni F13 kasi may angle siya. So, yung component ni F13, ito yung kanyang F13x. At nandito sa y-axis na ito, nandun nakalocate ang kanyang F13y component. Okay. So, gamit ang component method na natutunan nyo sa module number 1, So gawin natin to. So we have here the X and the Y. Tapos ito yung ating forces, F13 at saka si F12. So si F13 may formula na F13x ay may formula na F13 cosine 60 degrees. Tama ba? So ang F13 natin ay 1.2 cosine 60 degrees. Kasi ito ay 30. Therefore, this is 60. So, equals yun. Tapos, kunin natin si y. That will be 1.2 sine 60 degrees. Tapos, si 3.4 cosine, ano angle ni 3.4?
180 po.
Tama, 180. And this is sine 180. So, kunin natin ang value ni 1.2 cosine 60.
0.60.
0.6
6 po.
0.6 and 1.2 sine 60,
1.04 po.
1.04. And how about 3.4 cosine 180? So this
Negative
is
3.
negative
3.4.
3.4 and this one is
0 po.
Okay. So let us get the summation ng ating x and y component. This is the electric force of Q sub 1 x component, and this is the electric force of Q sub 1 y component. And we have here negative what?
2.8.
2.8 po.
2.8
Opo, ma'am.
Newton. And this one is 1.04. Okay? So po pwede na natin kunin ang F niya, F sub 1, gamit ang Pythagorean theorem. And we have here negative 2.8 squared plus 1.04 squared. And we have here what? The value of what?
2.9.
2.99 po.
2.99?
Opo.
Okay. And that is in Newton. O, kailangan natin ng angle. Dito ko nila isulat ang theta niya. Theta is equal to arc tangent 1.04, that is your y. Tapos divided by the x, negative 2.8. So theta is negative what?
Negative 20.38 po.
20.38
38.
degrees. Okay. Etong negative 38 degrees, ito yon. Clockwise, di ba? Papunta
Yes.
dito. Okay. So this is 20.38. Therefore, this is your F sub 1 force, electric force niya. So, ano ngayon mangyayari? Bakit po nandun nakalocate? Kasi si F1y ay positive. Ito yun. Tapos, si F1x ay negative. So, ito yun. Nasa second quadrant siya. So, therefore, F1 is equal to 2.99 Newton, 20.38 degrees, north of what? North of?
West.
Okay.
North of west.
Okay. And that will be
West.
West. Okay na. Oh, naintindihan po ba? May tanong. May tanong po ba? Wala na. O, pwede na tayong mag-number 4. Ay, naghang. Okay, so I have here sample number 4. May tatlo tayong identical charges na ang value ay 5 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb. So, puro positive siya. No, walang ibang sign na nakalagay kay 5. 0.0 times 10 to the negative 6. Tapos sila daw ay nakalagay sa corners ng equilateral triangle kung saan yung side ng equilateral triangle ay 1.0 meter. So this is the equilateral triangle. Ang equilateral triangle ay may angle ng bawat side ng ilan? Ilan?
3.
1 meter.
Oh, hindi. Anong ang angle? Angle ng equilateral triangle. Ano?
180 po.
Ang summation niya, 180. Therefore,
Po.
tigilan sila.
60.
Tama, 60. 60. So, 60. So, dapat alam niyo na, ano. So, itong side nila, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. At ang value nila ay 5 microcoulomb, 5 microcoulomb, 5 microcoulomb. Tapos ang sign nila ay pare-parehong positive. Okay. So sabi niya, find the force that charge Q3 experience due to the other charges. So hinahanap natin yung electric force ni Q sub 3 na nararamdaman due to these two charges. So alamin muna natin, saan yung direction ng electric force ni Q sub 3 with respect to Q sub 2. Saan papunta? Ito si Q sub 2. Ito si Q sub 2. Ito si Q sub 3. Pareho siyang positive. Saan papunta yung electric force ni Q sub 3 with respect to Q sub 2?
Pa-quadrant 1 po.
Tama, pa-quadrant 1. So, baybayin natin itong guhit na to, no? Ito, iaayon natin siya. So, ito yung F3. Very good. Saan naman papunta yung electric force ni Q sub 3 with respect to Q sub 1?
Pa-quadrant 2
po.
Quadrant 2. O, baybayin uli natin itong linyang to sa kabila na ito. O, ito yan. And this is electric force ni 3 with regards to charge 1. O, di ba may angle tayo dito? Alamin natin ang angle nitong dalawang to. Kung ito ay 60, therefore, ito ay 60 rin. Kung ito ay 60, itong katapat niya ay 60 rin. May data na tayo, ha? O, kunin na natin ngayon yung kanilang value, yung F1. Balitan ko yung kulay na medyo malinaw. So, kunin natin yung value ni F31 muna. And that will be K, Q3, Q1 over R 31 squared. Ito yung R31 at ito naman yung R32. Okay? And that is equal to 9 times 10 to the 9. Hindi ko nalagay yung unit muna, ha? Times 5 times 10 to the negative 6 coulomb. Pareho naman silang puro 5 microcoulomb. So, i-squared ko na lang to. Squared divided by the distance of 1 meter and that is being squared. What is the value of your F31?
0.23 po.
0.23 Newton. Now, pansinin nyo, pareho lang ng value ang bawat isa. Yung 5 microcoulomb, pati distance, pati angle, pare-pareho. So, therefore, F32 is also equal to 0.23 Newton. Okay. O paano natin kukunin yung charge ni Q sub 3? Kunin natin yung net charge nito. O, gamit uli yung ating knowledge sa component method. Okay, so we have here 0.23. So we have here 0.23 Newton at si F31 ay 0.23 Newton. So ito yung F net niya or the F of Q sub 3. Okay? So ito ay 60 degrees at ito ay 60 degrees din. So, paano kukunin natin? Kunin natin yung kanyang components nung ating mga forces. Diretso linya ko Okay. So, eto si F23 na may 60 degrees. So, eto ay si F31 na mayroon ding 60 degrees. Tapos, sulat ko yung kanilang components. Ito yung component ni F23, F23 X component, at nandito yung kanyang F23 Y component. Samantala, yung kay F31, si F31, ito yung kanyang Y component, F31 Y component, tapos ito yung kanyang F31 X component. O gamit uli ang component method para isolve natin ito. So go tayo doon. So again, X and Y component. Ito si F31, ito si F32. Yung X component ni F31 will be F31 is 0.23 cosine what?
60.
Cosine?
60 po.
60. Kaya lang, kapag ginawa mo itong cosine 60 na to, lagay mo na agad na nasa negative sign yung X component niya. Ganun gagawin. Or, para safe ka, kunin mo yung 180 o 120, no? Okay, so you have here 0.23 sine 60, and that will be what? Calculate niya mamaya. So F32, 0.23 cosine 60 rin ito. Kaya lang positive yung kanyang X component. And 0.23 sine 60, pareho silang positive yung Y component nila. So wala tayong lalagay doon. What is the value of 0.23 cosine
0.115. 115 po.
115. That will be 12.
Opo.
And this will be also 0.12. And how about 0.23 sine 60?
0.20.
20.
0.20?
Opo.
Yes po.
Okay, and they have the same value. So pag kinuha natin yung F3X component at ni F3Y component, 0 na ito, tama ba?
Yes po.
And this will become 0.40.
0.40.
So pag para makuha natin yung F3 natin or the F3 net is equal to the square root of 0 squared plus 0.40 squared.
0.4
This
po.
will be 0.40 Newton. Now, there's no need to determine the theta kasi clearly from this value, alam na natin kung saan ang direction ng ating F3. 0 si X component. Ang may value lang si Y component. Therefore, F3 is equal to 0.40 Newton what? Going where?
North.
North po.
North.
North.
Okay, yun na yung answer niya. So, eto na yung kanyang F3. Okay po? Clear? Nakuha?
Ma'am, okay lang po akong pabalik po sa slide 16.
16, okay.
Screenshot lang po, ma'am.
Sige.
Okay na po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay na.
Sorry po.
Okay lang. O, eto nagtatanong ako kung po pwede tayo pa rin pumasok sa Friday. Kapag pinayagan ako magpapasok ng estudyante sa Friday, po pwede ba kayo ng 7 to 8:30 will be your quiz retake? Class, pwede kayo?
Yes daw po.
Oh, yes, sige. Nagtatanong pa uli ako kung po pwede ha. Pag po pwede, may message ko kayo na karoon tayo ng schedule sa Friday. Doon tayo magkikita sa FH 107. Ha? Okay po.
Okay
Yes
po.
po.
Sige, ipapasa ko sa inyo tong calculation na to para meron kayong babalikan kung hindi nyo na agad nakuhanan ng picture. Now, para magkaroon tayo ng kasiguraduhan na natutunan yung ating subject na topic, kindly answer exercise 3.1. O, si 3.1 lang muna. Okay po. Answer this 3.1 ha. And then we will discuss that next meeting. Kung may pasok tayo ng Friday, papasa nyo sa akin to. Kung wala tayong pasok ng Friday, hindi tayo magpe-face-to-face ng Friday, i-discuss natin ito sa Friday. Okay po? Clear? Okay. Paki-open naman po yung inyong mga cameras para makapag-screenshot ako. Hello, Mr. Bulos. Ha! Masarap lang.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am.
Yes
Ma'am.
po.
Wala lang po.
Wala lang. Kyle.
Po.
Wala lang. Nakadali din, no? Okay. Pagbilang ko na 3, bakit kaya ako konti lang lumalabas sa screen ko? Hindi ako nagpo-pull, Paano gagawin ko? Detach.